Joshua Garcia, and I am with our substitute co-host, one of our substitute co-hosts, Ryan Varela. Ryan, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good, bro. Just got back in to OD, celebrate my girlfriend's birthday. It's freaking
My
awesome. I'm
sister's
hyped.
birthday.
Yeah, my girlfriend, your sister. I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped to be here. I'm hyped to talk ball. I've been
Yeah.
wanting to talk basketball for so long. I'm just so excited to talk ball
No,
today.
yeah, Fonzo didn't want to talk ball with us. He thinks his future is more important, doing homework or something.
Nah,
So
get
I
it
had to
done
call.
early, bro.
Yeah, for real, bro. Be vigilant. Be assertive in the things that you do. That's a lesson for today. Do things early and often. Perfect timing means you're too late. Just think about that, okay? And then also, like, he probably just wanted to duck the smoke because I love Derrick Rose, but he was never top five in the world.
Hey,
So just throwing
hey,
some
he
shots
wanted
out
to
there.
duck it, bro.
Maybe we'll talk about that here later. But first of
Homework,
all,
he had
before we
homework.
get more into it, you can find us on all platforms pretty much. I know we're streaming right now on Twitch and YouTube at the So-Called Sports Analyst, usually at TCSA. You can find us on most things: Instagram, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to. The So-Called Sports Analyst is here to bring you sports news. So, yeah. First thing we're gonna do is kind of react to the standings. Okay, so let me share my screen right here so we can kind of look at it like a visual representation right here. Share
Yeah,
right here. So we have these pulled up right now. I wonder if I can zoom in a little bit. I don't know. I'm not the expert on this sharing the
top of the
screen
screen,
stuff.
maybe. New Chrome
Top.
available. Where it says new Chrome available, the three dots.
Oh, it's already at 100. Oh, there we go. That's a little.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
Okay, so right now this is the playoff standings right now in the Eastern Conference. In the top six right now, if they were to end today, for sure in the playoffs is number one Detroit. Honestly, Detroit's been balling. Number two New York. Number three is Boston. Number four is Toronto. Number five is Cleveland. Number six is Philadelphia. And then in the play-in right now, if the season were to end today, would be Miami, Orlando, Atlanta, and Chicago, which I do think is very surprising considering the way they fell off. And then right there behind them are the Charlotte Hornets sitting right outside the play-in. The Milwaukee Bucks. Where's Giannis going? We don't know. Brooklyn, Washington, and Indiana. Right now, looking at the screen, who for you is the biggest surprise right now in the standings in the Eastern Conference?
Mm, I think I might have to go. It's between Detroit and Toronto, but I feel like we knew Detroit was good,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like not as new. But I think I'm gonna go with Toronto. No, actually, Boston. I'm gonna go with Boston. Without they don't have Jason Tatum and they're playing at this really high level. We've seen Jalen Brown been able to basically go crazy, and I think it speaks volumes to how good of a coach Ime. No, it's not Ime Adoka. What's his name?
Joe Mazzulla.
Joe Mazzulla. They're playing
Mm-hmm.
Mazzulla ball, bro. They're just being really aggressive. They're just playing defense. They're doing what they need to do. We're seeing the emergence of Hugo Gonzalez.
He
Um,
really for real.
bro, it's just such a defensive minded team. They're just so good. We're seeing Jordan Walsh go to work. Namis Keita is playing really good, bro. Like this team, they're just so defensive centric, and then they're letting Jalen Brown go to work. It's just such a great team. They're a big surprise to me without Jason Tatum being top three in the East. And the East is weak. New York went like 1-9. They've had a really bad January. They went like 1-9. They're still two, so it's like it is surprising, but to an extent, it's not. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go Boston. What about you?
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have to agree a little bit. I don't think they're the biggest surprise for me, but definitely I'm gonna have to piggyback on what you said. I feel like this is where Boston's kind of asserting themselves as just a good unit, even without Jason Tatum. And already through more than halfway through the season, they're still sitting atop of the Eastern Conference. Just imagine if Jason Tatum was playing for them right now. They would probably honestly be
60 games
challenging.
probably.
Yeah, yeah, they'd be probably honestly challenging Detroit right now for that number one spot in the Eastern Conference. And I think it just goes to show the coaching. I think you lose a couple pieces in the offseason, but you've been able to implement more guys and actually get new role players going that weren't really playing last year, like Jordan Walsh. Jordan Walsh is really turning into a really great defender in the NBA. He matches up very well against some high level offensive players. And then let's look at Jaylen Brown. I mean, there was never doubt that Jaylen Brown was like, okay, maybe a top 25-ish player in the world, which I still do think he's hovering around that top 20 mark. But given this season alone, he has been arguably one of the top 5 players this season.
Maybe even top
And
3, bro.
yeah, and it goes to show how when you need players to step up, they're going to step up, and Jaylen Brown has definitely been one of those. He's definitely in the MVP talks right now. And as far as Derek White just knows how to play his role. Where was this in San Antonio? I wish it happened earlier, but his on-ball defense is by far one of the best in the entire NBA, and he gets the most shots shot on him in the entire NBA, and he's still able to hold his own because he's such a great defender and he plays with a lot of hustle. So I do think Boston being up here is very surprising, because for me personally, I would have had them around the play-in area at the beginning of the season. But right now they're tied for second, and the way the New York, like you said, has been playing, they may easily move into that second spot. But for me, the biggest surprise I'll have to say is probably going to be the Charlotte Hornets. And I know that they're sitting right outside the play-in, but they could easily, within the next couple of weeks, they're 7-3 over their last 10. They've been balling as of recently, and all due to one man, and the way that he's been playing is King Khan. Like we said, he went toe-to-toe last night with Cooper Flagg, dropping 8 threes, going for 39 points. He is a future star in the making. I don't think he'll ever be that high level, like, pure offensive player, but his shot is so pure that it does not matter. When you can hit shots, and I think Klay Thompson is a good comp for him, but he's better but he's a better ball handler than Klay Thompson at creating his shot as well. And I do think that's going to be the separator for him against a lot of people, because he is so pure with that shot. And plus, he'll develop more into a better offensive game, a more refined game than Klay Thompson has had in his career. And that's saying a lot, because it is Klay Thompson. But I do think the other guys around them are really stepping up. Even Brandon Miller has looked very good this year as well. I do think the one downside is the LaMelo contract and LaMelo Ball's role for this team. Like, where are they going to go with LaMelo? Because there's been times this season where he set out at the end of the fourth quarter because they just really need to secure a dub, and it's really helped them having him on the bench at times.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback off that. I love Colin Knipple. That was like my guy during the draft. This Charlotte team is very surprising. Like you said, they're at the bottom of the standings. Oh, hold up. Am I still here? Sorry, someone was calling me.
Here.
And it like took me off the screen. But yeah, Charlotte's just very intriguing. They have this young, I guess you could call, young core with Brandon Miller and Colin Knipple. And yeah, I'm not the biggest LaMelo guy. Ryan Cogbrenner, who they also got in the draft this year. I'm just not the biggest LaMelo guy. Like, I've never been, and I do think he's so up and down. He can give you like triple doubles, and then the next night he'll give you like 8 points on like 8 for 25 shooting or something crazy like that. Like, it's so up and down.
Yeah, it's been very inconsistent from LaMelo for sure.
Yeah, but I really like what the Hornets are doing, and I do think they're going to be able to sneak into it's going to be kind of challenging. They're only 2 games back, or it'd be 3.
Well, I feel like I don't think it'll be that challenging. Like, they've been on the up and ups in the season. They've been getting a lot better, centering their game around the younger guys. But when we look at the standpoint of like Orlando, Atlanta, Chicago, Miami, like besides Miami, Orlando, Atlanta, and Chicago, at least, they've definitely been the team to they've been teams that have been struggling a little bit, especially Atlanta. After the Trae Young trade, we thought they
is the most likely to fall. Like, if Charlotte enters, who do you think falls?
I think definitely Chicago. It's just they themselves kind of they've been very inconsistent when it comes to just putting games together since the beginning of the season. And I just think that they have a lot of moves to make. I do think they're stuck in that like purgatory type of way where they're in no man's land. They're kind of just trying to figure out who they are, and I think that's a problem. I think the Charlotte Hornets know exactly who they are, a young, gritty team that's going to fight to the very end in every single game. And I think for them, they're going to pull out some wins against some top teams and virtually move up into that top spot. But as far as Atlanta, like I think Atlanta, they're gonna figure it out just a little bit. But Dyson Daniels has been one of the worst 3-point shooters
Oh
in the
my
entire
gosh, it's
NBA this season,
horrible.
after really improving last season. So
That's a bad
I,
contract.
yeah, that's been a real struggle for them. Hey, is your volume on your laptop right now?
Yeah. What
Because
happened?
I can kind of, I feel like there's an echo going on. But
Hold up. Let me see.
hello, hello. Yeah, it's
Is
gone
that
now.
better?
Yeah, it's gone now.
Okay.
Oh no, it's back. Maybe it's just me, but it's all right. Yeah. So I feel like for me, and one other thing we need to talk about is Milwaukee. Like, do you think it's time? Is Giannis going to be gone by the NBA trade deadline?
To be honest, I don't think he'll be gone just because like I do want him gone. Like as a fan of Giannis, I hate to see him there just rotting and just like practically wasting his career away. But I think it's gonna be easier for team or for Milwaukee to get what they want for Giannis in the offseason, considering that all these teams have their team built together right like as of now, and they're gonna be able to move more pieces around in the offseason. Does that make sense? Like at the trade
Yeah.
deadline, I feel like their like assets are a bit like what am I trying to say? It's like limited. They're like limited to what teams can and can't give them
Yeah.
at the deadline. But whenever it's the off season, they're gonna get more than or what they want. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do move him. But that's just my take on it. Like I wouldn't be surprised either way.
Yeah, I do think that it's a more of a team need type of thing. Like, what teams are willing to sacrifice a lot? Maybe a team like New York gets desperate and sends everybody because they have been losing so much over the last
Hmm.
month, and they're maybe thinking it's trouble in paradise, and they really need that extra spark and like a superstar next to Jalen Brunson. Karl Anthony Towns is a star, but I don't think he's a superstar. So, and
No, he's
I do
too
think
inconsistent
I do think
in
by
my
the time
opinion.
playoffs comes around, you need a guy that's less foul trouble because Giannis doesn't get into foul trouble like Karl Anthony Towns does, and a guy that's
Not a cone on
assertive and
defense.
dominant and aggressive. So, and that's what Giannis is come playoff time. And I don't think Boston makes a real move. Toronto, I don't see them. Maybe they move some guys, but does Giannis really want to go to Toronto? I don't think so. Cleveland, they really can't move anybody. They'll put themselves in some serious cap situations if they do. And then yeah, the other team's Miami. Miami for me is just maybe they could make a real move for him. Maybe Tyler Harrow's on the move if they want to really bring in Giannis, but that's something to monitor as well. So, and we haven't even really talked about the Western Conference, so let's move over there. But I don't maybe teams that could make a move in the Western Conference. Mm, I just don't see it happening in the Western Conference. Like I just feel like
Maybe
a lot of
Golden
teams.
State, but
Yeah,
like,
but it's not a good looking team for him. I feel
bro,
like
I
I
don't
just
think so either. They're so old. Like how I texted in the group chat, I was like, I hope he goes anywhere but Golden State. Like, I think Shams or someone had reported like they have a intriguing package. Like
mhm.
apparently they have an intriguing package, Golden State does. And I just feel that that's not the best place for Giannis. Like, yeah, he'll be with Curry, but like who else is gonna be there? I don't know. They're just such an
Yeah.
old team, like Al Horford, and then Jimmy Butler's gone. So, will they even be able to get value out of him? If they ship him.
Hmm.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't see anyone in the West. Maybe the Timberwolves, but I don't
Yeah.
really know.
I'm not really liking the Golden State move because I think in a couple of years he'll just be back in the same place he's at right now. And he'll be older. He'll be closer to being out of his prime. And what teams are really gonna look for him in that way? And then maybe his body does deteriorate because how aggressive he does play. It's all hypothetical. I don't want it to happen. But we've seen older players that don't develop their game into shooting leave the league earlier than they want to. So I do think that that could become a problem for him if he does go to Golden State because their team is on the older side. But now let's do what we did in the Eastern Conference. Let's go over the Western Conference standing right now. Number one is Oklahoma City. They've been struggling a little bit
They
as of
fell
late as
off.
well. Yeah, and they are not gonna beat the 70. They're not gonna beat the 2016 Warriors run
Sadly.
after San Antonio completely took away their hopes and dreams from doing that. And in number two, we have San Antonio in number two spot, 32-15. Number three is Denver. Number four is Houston. Number five is LA. Number six is Minnesota. If the season were to end today, those six teams would be positively in the playoffs. And the play-in tournament right now would be Phoenix, Golden State, Portland, and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then outside of it is Memphis, Dallas, Utah, Sacramento, and New Orleans, which I do think they may have a couple moves coming in pretty soon. But what's your biggest surprise right now on the season?
I'm gonna have to go Phoenix. I think
Hmm.
Phoenix. I don't think in not me. I don't know if you did, but I didn't expect them to be this good. Yeah, they're in the play-in. They're 29-19, but if you look at the East, bro, 29-19 is like third, or I think that's what second and third were. But to see, and I think the biggest move for them that has made them this good is Dylan Brooks. Like he's such a game changer to whatever team he goes to. He's just gonna raise the energy in the locker room. He's gonna fight each and every night beside his guys. And I'm just really surprised on what Phoenix has been able to do. And I like seeing Phoenix succeed because I'm a Devin Booker fan, and just being able to see them just get out of that hole that they seemed to be in with Katie Bradley Beal. It was such a weird time.
Yeah.
Like they were so in between, but now just seeing them be able to grow without them, I like what I'm seeing. And also, I want to talk about San Antonio. Yeah, I expect them to be good, but number two seed good. Like I didn't expect them to. I was expecting playoffs, but the emergence of Wimby and Stephon Castle on both sides and Dylan Harper being a dog. This team is just so well rounded. And when Wimby gets off the court, you have Luke Cornett come on and just dominate. Like this team's scary. And I think um, just Mitch Johnson is such a good coach, and what he's been able to do.
Underrated.
Yeah, bro, what he's been able to do with this young team is so amazing. And then like Julian Champagnie is shooting the lights out, and he's a good defender also. This team is just full of good defenders and good role players. This it's Spurs basketball. It's literally what it is. Just Spurs basketball, and you add in an alien. Like
Yeah, just talk about the Spurs real quick. They're just dominant. They're just the best team in the entire NBA. If you were to ask me, a non-biased Spurs fan, but no, yeah, I really am proud of the team right now. I do think that we have struggled as of late since the Christmas Day game. I do think that there's been points where we've been had really big leads on teams and we've kind of blown them away. We get less aggressive in the third quarter, and I do think once we figure out how to be more aggressive in that third quarter, we're our win total we should probably be right next to OKC right now. But due to some games that we've given away just due to lack of aggressiveness, has really had a struggle in moments. And I do think for me, I do think that's where we have to improve. I do think we have to improve in the third quarter. And we saw that the other night where they came out just absolutely clamping down the Houston Rockets in the third quarter. They brought the aggressiveness to them and really tore down that deficit. And we saw them be the better and more aggressive team, because I do think they are a better team than the Houston Rockets clearly when they are at the top of their game like they were in that second half. And if they can do that game in and game out and just be the more aggressive, assertive team, no team is really going to compete with them, because we saw them completely be more aggressive and dominate the Oklahoma City Thunder in their first three matchups. If they can do that against every team, the sky's the limit really for this young San Antonio Spurs team. I'm not being biased when I say that. And I do think us being probably the worst three-point shooting team over the last 15 games, and we're still second in the entire NBA, I think should be really scary for the rest of the NBA, because once we went from seventh in the NBA in three-point shooting to almost last in the NBA. So once we get back into our groove, I do think that it's going to be wraps for a lot of teams. And for me, at least, the biggest surprise is, I hate to say it because who their leader is, the Los Angeles Clippers. I think for me, they started the season off so terrible, and we were calling for them just to blow it up and send people away and send them out to other teams and
We were
just
talking about
restart.
OKC getting the third pick.
Yeah, yeah, and start a rebuild. But ever since they started 6-21, they have been 14-3. They are 9-1 in their last 10 games. They have been on a run to get back into play-in contention, and I do think that they're going to continue going up as long as health permits them. And Kawhi Leonard right now is averaging a career high 28 points per game. Kawhi Leonard is absolutely balling. We know what he brings defensively. He is shooting 49% from the field, 40% from three, and 94% from the free throw line. He's almost averaging 50, 40, and 90 right now. And that is insane from a player at his age. Like I do think that with all the injuries he's dealt with, that he's only getting better is insane to me. When he's at the top of his game, he's a top 7 player in the NBA. Like by far, no debate. I do think that he can bring so much to the table, and what he's been doing with the Los Angeles Clippers and bringing them back into the play-in tournament has been really surprising for me because they looked like they were out of it to start the season completely, but they've really turned things around.
Yeah, just being able to see Kawhi go back to vintage Kawhi, just his shot making, the way the way he's brought this team back, from being literally probably like people were talking about ruining the NBA. Like they were saying like, no, this is gonna ruin the NBA. How's OKC gonna get like AJ DeBonster, like Cam Boozer or something? This is crazy. Like this can't happen. Like what are we doing? Then Kawhi just puts the cape on, enters the game. What's load management? And just goes crazy. He's been dominating, bro. Every game, just go watch NBA League Pass. He's just turn it on. He's dominating. Straight domination for Kawhi Leonard, and yeah, I just think he saved their season. They're gonna be a scary team headed into the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. And I do think that they can get kind of close. I don't think they're going to necessarily get into the top 6. I do think those top 6 teams are all pretty good, so but I do think they can get to the top of the play-in tournament, and that's honestly going to be a good spot for them. But as far as some like with these teams, even in the East, if you want to talk about it, as far as these top teams, what is something you don't like about each team right now?
All right, I'm gonna start with OKC. I guess I consider myself an OKC fan now because I love Shea, man. I love the team. My flaw with this team is they just don't have a ball handler. Like they don't have a second ball handler. Out if AJ Mitchell isn't playing, the team is just I don't know. The team just looks so bad when Shea's not in, not handling the ball. Like and J Dub's out. And even when he was in, he would dribble the ball up and he just take these random like mid range shots. Like low percentage shots. This team's very confusing, and I like by all means I don't think they're like bad or anything. I'm just saying they're also not the best at 3-point shooting. Um, that's probably my biggest flaw is either 3-point shooting or the second ball handler. They don't really have a ball handler to come in and allow Shea to get some rest. They always feels like they have to rely on him, and I feel people are dismissing that. But yeah, that's my biggest flaw with Oklahoma City. What about you?
Yeah, for me, I'd have to agree with the secondary ball handler. Like, I think this is the same problem, the main problem, and we'll talk about it in a minute, the Houston Rockets have. But as far as Oklahoma City Thunder, that secondary ball handler, it's a problem. Like, I don't think there's another guy on this team that can really create his own shot. Like, sure, J-Dub can get the ball and score like a good 20, 22 per game, but they've also struggled with him in the lineup as well. Because
They
I
did
do think
worse
if
with him in
yeah,
the lineup.
yeah, I do think if Shea's not creating mismatches, then J Dub's kind of an afterthought to a lot of teams. Like I don't think he can really be that takeover type of player. And I do think that's another problem for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like there's not another player on this team that has really outplayed Shea in a game. Like there has not been another player that's stepped up to the plate and
Shea or nothing, bro.
outperformed Shea. If Shea's not having a good game, this team looks like crap. Like I don't think that they're not the best team in the NBA because I do think that they are the second best team in the NBA, obviously to a certain team. But they definitely that's definitely gonna be a problem. Secondary ball handler and the lack of scoring outside of Shea. Like, and I know Ryan, you're a big Chet guy, but for me, Chet on the offensive end is not aggressive enough. Like he's not putting the ball on the floor and really creating his own shot, and that's a problem at times too, because he becomes a liability if he's not hitting his 3-point shots or middies, because in the inside he's not really dominating the game.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, as a dude who also loves Chet, he's just he's up and down to me as well. Like he'll have these flash games where he's like, oh my goodness, Chet. But he does thrive in the defensive side in my eyes. But just not being able to score alongside Shea is a bit disappointing. As well as Lou Dort, he's taken a major step back. I think
Hmm.
his points went down, his 3-point percentage went down. He's just basically being a defender out there. And yeah, just not being able to score outside of Shea is such a big problem. We saw it last night. Nothing was falling. And the Wolves just took it to him. You could see Dante DiVincenzo was all up on Shea, and then not being able to pass the ball. It was just difficult for them to create offense. And after that possession where Dante DiVincenzo um, stole it from Shea, all he did, he just drove it down the lane, took it up, scored. And then the next
Yeah.
possession, it's just like what can you do? No one else is scoring, so it's gonna be hard to win if no one else can score outside of Shea.
Yeah. Well, for me, I guess I'm gonna have to hate on my team a little bit. What is my biggest flaw with the San Antonio Spurs? Absolutely nothing. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like for me, two things: lack of aggressiveness with big leads. Like when they have big leads, they blow them because they get comfortable, they become complacent, and they don't assert their dominance and put teams away. I think that is a problem because they have lost many games doing that. They have played too many close games in the clutch by doing that, where they've been leading by 15 plus, 10 plus, 20 plus sometimes, and they give up these major leads. And I do think it comes from being a young team, but do think what also has hurt them as well is lack of 3-point shooting. Harrison Barnes started the season off hot. Julian Champagnie has moments where he has hot games, and then um, we already know Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, and De'Aaron Fox. Their biggest knocks is that they are not that good 3-point shooters. Sure, they've all kind of improved, and Dylan Harper, this is his first year, he's improved a little bit too as well. But lack of 3-point shooting, consistent 3-point shooting, and aggressiveness at times has hurt the Spurs teams in some major games that they probably should have won.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the 3-point shooting as my biggest flaw. Just not it's so prevalent in today's game, just being able to knock down these shots, and if you're not able to do that, then it's kind of hard to win. But what does help them out is their defense. I want to give them props on their defense. They're such a good defensive team. But yeah, when you're
Hmm.
not hitting your 3-point shots, it's gonna be hard to win games.
Yeah, and what about for Denver? What's your biggest flaw right now?
Mm, I don't really. Mm, I don't know. It's hard to say in my opinion.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing as well. Like, I don't think
They
that
just
they have a
they don't have
necessarily.
Jokic right now, but they're playing good though. Like
Yeah, yeah,
if anything,
yeah.
I
They
give
don't.
them praise other than maybe depth, but their
Yeah,
depth has
maybe.
been playing good.
Yeah, I think depth also has become a little bit of a problem at times, but also like I think players like Peyton Watson has really stepped up at times, especially when
Jaden
Jokic was
Pickett or
out.
Jalen
Yeah,
Pickett.
yeah, they've had some really good role players. Jonas Valanciunas, before he got injured as well, was playing very good basketball. He's playing good basketball right now versus
Injuries,
the
that's
Clippers.
that's what we can
Yeah,
say.
yeah. I
Injuries is
guess
a flaw.
injuries would be the problem for them but they're still sitting right at third place, tied with one game behind the Spurs. So yeah, I for me, I don't really think there's a big flaw. I just think maybe sometimes the depth and injuries can be a problem, especially
Yeah,
a shot creating. I think shot creating for them could be a problem outside of Jokic and Jamal Murray at times
yeah, I agree with that. But yeah,
because they're
probably the
just a
main one.
disciplined team. I think they're just a
Yeah,
disciplined
uh,
veteran team.
they are a good team. Like, but injuries has riddled them this season. But they're still top three. Like Aaron Gordon's been out for a little while. I think he got came back and then he got hurt again. And
Yeah,
then Christian Brown as well.
I think there's a difference between them and the top two teams. Like we know a flaw in Oklahoma City and a flaw in San Antonio that has cost them games. I just think a flaw for Denver is what we said, like shot creating outside of Murray and Jokic and injuries. Because I really don't think there's a flaw. I just think that sometimes when they get beat, they just get beat. You know, like
Yeah,
there's not
they're
really much
really
about it.
really good team.
As far as Houston though, dude, I just feel like for me the two flaws: lack of a point guard. Like I think a lack of a point guard and
Yeah,
creating
man.
shots for others has really struggled for them. And what it has resulted to is another problem for me. The Sengun and Kevin Durant pairing. Like I just don't think that they gel well together. And I think it hurts the team at times because they're both guys that demand the ball at the top of the key and really get into ISO situations. And I do think that has hurt them at times because they've become less about getting others involved and more about creating their own shot. And I do think that showed versus the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs really took Almond out the game by forcing him to shoot outside of the
Literally guarded him like
outside
Ben
of,
Simmons.
yeah, outside of the restricted area in the second half. They were forcing him to take some tough jump shots. And then as well, they just really centered the game around creating aggressive plays in that second half on Kevin Durant and Sengun with Stephon Castle, and it really hurt them in that one when they had a big lead. And I think for me that's been a problem all season is the Sengun and Kevin Durant pairing, especially in the clutch because they don't really know who's going to get the ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the point guard, and I feel like that's been like their thing for a while. Like, um, when Chris Paul got there, like everything was solved, and then the injuries happened or whatever. But like this like modern era of them has also really lacked the point guard. That's also something they struggled with last year, with Fred Van Fleet's out, right, for the season. Like he's not. Didn't he get hurt for the season this year?
Yeah, he tore his ACL in the offseason.
Yeah, so like not being able to have a guard who's just giving them being able to set up the offense and dish out the ball. And I love Amin Thompson, but he's just not that. Like if you're being guarded like Ben Simmons, the big 2026, like what are we doing? They're just letting you shoot. Like come on, we gotta. I do expect them to maybe like make a small move, maybe like I don't know, just a guard who can facilitate and get the offense set up. And yeah, that Sengun and Katie pairing is something that uh, Ime Udoka needs to figure out. He needs to get with the
Hmm.
staff and just find out like how, or just even talk to them like, how's this gonna go down? Like one, it has to be one person, and maybe like
Yeah,
it can be like a, I don't know, but yeah, they got to figure something out in the clutch.
I think maybe like I know it's kind of like a random name, but maybe a move for like a guy on like a Trey Jones type of level could really
Bro,
do a
yes,
lot for
like
this team.
all you need is like a small, just
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be like this big name. Just like Fred Van Fleet, like get someone of the same caliber. Like yeah, Trey
yeah.
Jones, just
I,
on
I
the
do think
border.
I do think Fred VanVleet offers a lot offensively, especially with his shooting. But like I do think having a pure point guard that can create space for others and create opportunity would do a lot for them. And I think a guy on like the Trey Jones type of level, maybe Jose Alvarado could be
I
a
was
move that
thinking that.
they
Oh
look
my
for.
goodness, I
Yeah,
was thinking
like
that.
I do think I don't want it to happen because I don't want them to get better because I hate the Houston Rockets.
And it
But
bring a defensive presence as
yeah,
well.
if I were a non-biased guy, I would definitely make a move for those type of players, especially to add to a starting role as a point guard. Because I do think Amon, the experience is cool. The experiment is cool to develop a more broad game for him, but that's not his role. I do think he's a slasher that needs someone to create, that needs to find him on cuts, and so where he can get to the rim a lot easier instead of trying to create his own shot. Because I do think we see some flaws some games where he is trying to create his own shot and he really gets picked apart because they just kind of sit in the restricted area and force him to take tough jump shots.
Yeah.
Next for the Lakers is defense and lack of transition defense. Like they are slow. They literally have him, Luka Doncic, and LeBron James in the bottom five of the two slowest defenders in the NBA this season. And I think that is a problem. They more athletic teams bully the Los Angeles Lakers right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the defense as well. And also, I feel like their stats are like kind of inflated. Like they have all these top metrics, but I don't think the team is that good. Like I love LeBron, and I like the Lakers because of LeBron, but this team just isn't as good as the stats and the metrics say. The defense is so bad. This DeAndre Ayton signing, like it looked
It
good for a
looked good
little
at
bit.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like it's back to the same DeAndre Ayton. Like, how are you gonna like come to LA where the lights are bright, like you're trying to prove yourself again, and you just
Don't
he's like,
care.
yeah, he's not trying. He doesn't care. And that's been like
Hmm.
the downside of DeAndre Ayton. He's so good, but like, how are you just not gonna try? That makes no
Yeah,
sense to me.
and I feel like the Dalton Connect, like he just hasn't figured it out. Like his
Yeah,
game is
bro.
not. He looked good for a second early in his rookie year, and then just fell off. Like
I felt
he
like
is
it was
not.
after the Mark Williams trade. Like,
Yeah, I think having Mark Williams would do a lot for this team. Like
I
I
think
do
so
think
too.
look
He's
what
been
he's
playing
done
really
for
good for
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's been and he's like a 22 and 16 like 15 guy on any given night. Like I do think he has that type of potential. But yeah, I just think that there's a lot that they're trying to force Jackson Hayes if he's your number one big man. I think that is a problem as well. And yeah, I think they're going to be in the playoffs for sure, but are they going to do anything? I don't think so. Like
No, they might get swept. Honestly, it's
mhm.
sad. Like, because
Yeah, they
LeBron's on
I
the
think
team,
come
but
playoffs, aggressiveness and transition defense is important in the playoffs, and they have zero of that. Next team, Minnesota. What's your biggest flaw?
no point guard. They don't have a point guard.
Same as the Rockets.
Bro, they don't have a point guard. Yes, you have Mike Conley, but it's
He's
not
old.
it's not the Mike
He's
Conley we
old.
know, bro.
Yeah, he's not. It's
Like,
not vintage Mike Conley no more.
yeah, bro, not vintage Mike Conley. We're seeing, and I would like to see them make a move for the for like a point guard because I think it would elevate this team. It'd help Ant a lot. I feel like, yeah, he can like do his own shot creation and everything, but it'd like take more of a load off him, and then he'd be able to exert like more of his energy onto defense because I do believe he's a really good defender. Just being able to have a guard who can facilitate. Um, and I do think they're playing really good at the moment. They're playing like decently good. But um they're just yeah, they just need a point guard like the Rockets. They just lack of creation and just not being able to set up the offense in a way that a point guard would help them do.
Yeah, so let's do a little bit real quick on the Eastern Conference. Like, what are our biggest flaws? As far as Detroit, what do you think the biggest flaw is?
Um Maybe like they're a really good defensive team. I think they just need to figure it out more on the offensive side. Like yeah, Cade is doing really good, but then when Cade doesn't do anything, like who
I
else
think
is
it's like a
creating?
lot of the Oklahoma City Thunder problem as well.
Yeah,
Like
like who's creating when Cade isn't doing anything? Like, yeah, he's gonna give you like 25 and 10, but then like the nights he doesn't, like, who's gonna step up? They've been talking about Jaden Ivey, and Jaden Ivey hasn't lived up to what he's
a couple
supposed to
years ago.
become.
Yeah,
Yeah, like he was supposed to be
but
like,
pre-injury.
yeah, he was supposed to be like this guy where he's like, oh my goodness, is Jaden Ivey like beside Cade Cunningham? Like that's what we were all saying last playoffs. Like they're doing this without Jaden Ivey. That's crazy. Just imagine when he is
Hmm.
back. But
Yeah,
they're playing above their standards, I feel like. I didn't expect this from them, honestly. I expected like
I do.
probably like 4 maybe, but
Yeah, I think
not
Jalen
best.
Duran's been a pretty good surprise. Like I know he was gonna be good, but like I do think that he's been pretty great defensively. He's developing his game offensively, and I do think in the next season, by next season, he's gonna be a real problem. But as of right now, they don't have that secondary guy. So New York, what's your biggest flaw? And for me, I think it's just complacency. Like I do think that they lack some aggressiveness sometimes, and it's really shown in this last month. They have not been the same team as they were to start the season.
Yeah, I'm at to go with defense. And also offense, like I feel like Mikal Bridges is kind of falling off.
Yeah, he's not
Um
the same.
it's like what happened to Mikal Bridges? Like it's like he kind of disappeared. And they're even talking about moving him. Like if they did get Giannis, he'd probably be in the deal. But yeah, and Cat just being so
Hmm.
inconsistent, not being
Him and
able to,
OG.
yeah, him and OG, just like the only untouchable there would be Jalen Brunson and Cat just not being able to like guard. Like Jalen Brunson can't guard either, but he's not inconsistent on the offensive side. Like at least he's gonna give you like
Dominant. At
yeah,
least he's
he's
dominant on the
he's
offensive end.
dominant. And then like Cat, he's horrible on defense, but then on offense, he's like too inconsistent to be able to be a superstar. And I just feel like that's hurt them so much. And at the beginning of the season, we were seeing like Mike Brown working like everyone, and I feel like it worked. But then also like it doesn't help whenever like your stars aren't playing well.
Yeah. For Boston, what do you think their flaws are?
Um,
I feel like for me, it's
it's
still
like the
reliance on the
Denver.
3-point shot.
Well, yeah, that does make sense actually. Like
Like they
that's
try
why they
shooting their way out of
lost.
games a lot of times.
Yeah, how many threes did they shoot? I knew they last year they shot like 90, like 100 a game. But yeah, like shooting too much, it can get to them. Just having to rely on the three too much, it's just not the way to win, to be honest.
Toronto. I
Maybe
don't
like
know.
a
Like I feel
scorer.
like, yeah, like I feel like a dominant guy, like one superstar. Like I
Emmanuel
don't think.
Quickly's been playing good, but
Yeah, but I mean, a
it's
superstar
Emmanuel.
is
Yeah.
like Scotty Barnes is good, but like he's not a shooter. Like he can't really shoot
Yeah,
the
I feel
rock
like
too
yeah,
much.
a dominant scorer. But I do like how Scotty's been playing.
They gel
Also,
as a team though very well,
yeah,
I
like
will say.
also
But a
Colin
guy to
Murray
take over they
Boyles.
need.
I agree. Like just give him a guy. And Colin Murray Boyles has really emerged too. He's like a mini Scotty.
Hmm.
He's really good on
Cleveland.
defense.
What do you think their flaws are? Their flaws are right now.
Just like maybe injuries, but also like just help Donovan Mitchell, bro.
Yeah,
Like
bro, he's
this dude
balling out
is
of his mind right
carrying.
now.
Like, bro, I feel so bad. It's become to a
They've
point where
improved a lot though than when they started though.
he's like so underrated at this point, bro. Like he's just having to carry night in and night out. I feel
Hey,
like
Jordan Tyson looks pretty good though.
he does look good. I like he was guarding LeBron, he was guarding Luca. He said this is
Hmm.
Donovan Mitchell City. He was going crazy.
Crazy, crazy statement. But all right, Philadelphia for our last team. What do you think their biggest flaw is?
Mm, maybe just not being able to like fully finish out games. They're really entertaining team, but they're always taking it to overtime. Like I think they have the most overtime games in the league. But it's like
Yeah.
I do think that the Maxi and Embiid um uh dynamic duo is really helping them out. But yeah, I'll probably have to go with like um just not being able to finish out games when they need to be finished out.
For me, it's Jared McCain's fall off. Like I think that's their biggest flaw right now. Like I feel like Jared
Yeah.
McCain has
He was supposed
struggled.
to be part of
He's
this rebuild
Dude, I know,
or
but
this
he has
young
struggled.
core.
He had a finally
core.
a good game a couple nights ago where he dropped 16, but he has struggled so much over this season, and he went down to G League and played pretty bad, but then they brought him back because they needed him. So I don't know,
Yeah, I saw
but
that.
hopefully
It's
he
kind of
figures it out.
sad, dude. Like I feel bad for the guy. Maybe
Yeah,
not
because
because
he
he's
already
making
lacks the
millions, but
size. He already lacks the size, and he doesn't look as like good as he did last year defensively. So I think that's gonna probably become a problem for him if he doesn't have like his pure offensive game like he did last year before he got hurt, and then hurt again. So
yeah, poor guy.
yeah, all right. So we're moving on to our next topic, and this is this is our NBA All-Star starters that have been picked already, and let me see if I can pull it up. Share. All right, here's who we got as of right now. In the Eastern Conference, we got Giannis, Jalen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, and Tyrese Maxey. And then for the Western Conference starters, we got Stephen Curry, Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Victor Wembanyama. This is the first time in a long time that LeBron James was not voted a starter, which is kind of crazy. Shout out to GOAT. And then the reserves don't get announced till Monday night, I
Sunday.
believe. Oh, Sunday night. So yeah. So what are your reactions to the All-Star starters this year?
I'm really happy for Tyrese Maxey. He's really come into his own. Just being able to become this dominant scorer and just leading the 76ers team to where they are. And I feel like Jalen Brunson is almost like a given. Same with Giannis. Just probably two of the maybe two of the three best players in the East.
Mm-hmm.
Cade Cunningham has also emerged, and Jalen Brown just being able to do what he's done with Jason Tatum out, really becoming the one of this team while Jason Tatum's out, proving what he can do.
Yeah. I agree. I think the Eastern Conference starters is exactly who I would have picked if I did it unbiasedly. I think maybe like I can't really think of another person to really put into that
Me
top
either.
five. Yeah, like I do think this is the most perfect list that they could have chosen for the Eastern Conference starters. So I'm really satisfied with it. I think Giannis maybe is just more of like a respect thing because he does deserve to be. He is dominant, but I do think it's more of a respect thing to put him in there because he has missed a lot of time,
He's missed
and
a
the Bucks
lot.
do suck this year. So I do think maybe that might have just been more of a respect type of thing. He probably could have put someone else maybe in that spot. Maybe Donovan Mitchell would have been good, but they also needed that big man to kind of
Yeah, it
throw in
would have
there
been
as
all
well.
guards.
Yeah, so I do think Giannis is perfectly there, like he should be. As far as his Western Conference, there may be like one guy that is debatably shouldn't be in there,
Steph.
but I do think Luka, Shea, Nikola Jokic, and Victor Wembanyama all definitely deserve to be a starter in this year's West All-Star game. But I do think, like you said, Steph is the guy, the outlier that I do think maybe got forced in there a little bit.
Like, yeah, I do. He deserves it. Like, he's been playing really good. Like, don't get me wrong. But Ant has been playing insane. I think
Yeah, he's been
that's
carrying the Timberwolves.
like this should be Ant's team to be, or not Ant's team. He should be a starter over Steph. Like, yeah, Steph has been balling and he's got the Warriors to where they are. Like, with this old at team. But yeah, I do think that should be Ant instead of Steph.
Yeah, I agree. I think Ant's been very dominant this season. He's been carrying the Timberwolves at time. Their primarily ball handler playing out of position is Anthony Edwards this year. And I do think losing like Nikhil Alexander Walker is going unnoticed just a little bit. Like Dante DiVincenzo is not that secondary guy. Like he's been what that was nasty by Nikola Jokic. That was a crazy pass. But yeah, yeah, I'm watching the Clippers in Denver right now, by the way, to the listeners. But yeah, I just think Stephen Curry, it's a respect thing he deserves because he's Stephen Curry. But Anthony Edwards, I think this year at least deserved it more.
I agree.
Yeah. So right now we're gonna look at predictions for NBA All Star reserve predictions, and no ads, no free advertisements. Stop. That's not the one I wanted. Let's go look at this one. So this is what Yahoo Sports has. I think this is the only real one that I could have found that kind of shows like a complete like picking of okay, I lost it. That's crazy. Where did it go?
There it
Okay.
is.
Here's the Eastern Conference right now. Like look at this on the surface, these reserves. Like do you have any problems or do you think there's someone that should replace somebody?
I'm gonna list them out real quick for the audio listeners. We have Donovan Mitchell, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Duran, Jalen Johnson, Cat, Norman Powell, Derek White, and Pascal Siakam. But to be honest, no, I think this is right. To be honest, shout out to
Yeah, I
Norman
think
Powell. He's
yeah,
been
dude,
playing
Norman
really
Powell,
good.
shout out, bro. You are, dude. Talk about a guy that like you don't expect when you hit the age of 30 to like turn your
Bro
game around.
emerged at
Like,
30.
yeah, bro. Bro hit his prime in his 30s, bro. So that shout out Norman Powell, just a pure offensive scorer that he is, dude. The Heat have looked so much better with him in the lineup because he was out for a little bit with injury, and they have really like turned it on. And I do think that there is some doubts in Tyler Harrow's future because of it. And that sounds crazy to say out loud, but it's the truth because Norman Powell has been the truth over the last 2 seasons. Like
Yeah.
Toronto should be kicking their behind for trading him to the Clippers, and the Clippers should be kicking their behind for letting him walk. So yeah, I do think that the Heat have really got a gem in Norman Powell. For me, Jalen Duran, like I talked about him earlier, he's emerged as a great two-way player.
Jalen Johnson, dude, your guy.
Dude, my guy Jalen Johnson. Shout out Jalen Johnson. He should really be a San Antonio Spur, if we're being completely honest. But yeah, he's done so much. He does it all on all facets of the game, like defensively, passing, rebounding, scoring. Like he's
He has
just a
kind of
pure
struggled a little
all-around player.
bit, but
Yeah, I do think that is
I do
like
think
kind
he's
of like he's
all-star
the main
worthy.
focus now. So teams are zeroing in on him. Dyson Daniels, like I said, is not helping the case, missing all these shots.
Nikhil
So
Walker Alexander's playing really good.
dude,
Shout out
he
him.
is balling. Shout out Nick Noss.
Imagine
And
how
Cat,
the Wolves feel.
dude,
They probably
yeah,
couldn't
they
keep
let
him
him.
though. It was
What are
either
they doing?
it was between like him or Nas
Nas Reed.
probably. Yeah.
I'd probably go Nikhil Alexander Walker at this point. Like I
But
think
then they
Nas Reed,
lack big man
big man.
depth,
I
I
mean, they
think.
already lack big man.
Yeah, they
depth, So
do.
I don't know. So they just be stuck in the same place. At least I'd have a pure dominant two-way player. not dominant, but pure good bench two-way player or a starter. Derek White deserves it. He's been the secondary guy that Boston's run right now. Cat number 2 in the East. He's still, as much as we knock him, he's still a top big man in the NBA. Pascal Siakam maybe could have been a guy left off this list for King Khan to make it his rookie year.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna say that. I agree with you on that one. Probably,
yeah, but I'm not
take
mad at Pascal.
Yeah, he's not like
maybe Nembhard. Andrew Nembhard's been balling too. Maybe that could have been a person to be in there too on his own.
But what
team.
does it say? It says injury replacement.
Like, what does that mean? That means he's replacing somebody? Or
yeah, I don't know who we'd be replacing.
Who's he replacing?
Because my boy King Khan ain't hurt.
Let's see if they say it in here. Who is? I don't know who would be he would be replacing. Can you show me something?
I don't know who.
If things shake out, way I've sketched them out here.
Maybe MPJ actually. MPJ might be getting snubbed, to be honest. I'd probably take MPJ
that's a
over
good
Siakam.
One. Maybe Evan Mobley or Bam.
Evan Mobley, I don't know. I feel like Evan Mobley went down this season.
He did.
Honest.
He's better. I think what I don't like about Evan Mobley is that his offensive game has not correlated into what his potential.
Like last year at the beginning of the season, we're like, oh my goodness, he's like taking these threes. He's kind of getting aggressive. Like, this is what we want from Evan Mobley.
Totally went.
Yeah, and then he just went downhill. But if I had to replace someone, it'd probably be Pascal with either MPJ or King Khan. MPJ's been playing really good. I expect him to get moved. I just don't know where. Like, that trade is kind of looking bad for the Nuggets. I'm not going to lie. Cam Johnson hasn't been playing the best.
No, I think that was a guy that I really thought was going to step up for them. And
so did I. I was hyped. I wanted Cam Johnson to go to OKC.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad at him on the Spurs as well, but I just feel like he hasn't been shooting the ball well. I think he's an out of position power forward. Like, I think in reality he's a small forward, and he's playing really out of position.
He should be a small forward. Like, the way he was able to play on that Suns team was just, that Suns team was so beautiful.
Yeah, Mikal was going crazy there. All right, let's look at the Western Conference right now. Okay, we got Anthony Edwards should be a starter.
Yeah.
We got Kevin Durant. We got Kawhi. We got Chet. We got Jamal Murray. We got Denny Advija. Jimmy Butler. So there's going to be a replacement there. He won't be in there because he's out for the season. Devin Booker is. What does that mean?
They are hurt. They might be hurt at the time because
Sengun might not play. Sengun did get hurt again, I think.
Okay, so yeah, we'll
Devin
find
Booker's
replacements ourselves for them.
Yeah. See, okay, so we got 3 guys that we could possibly move out of there. But I think for me, this top of the list makes sense. Like Chet Holmgren, number 1 team in the NBA. Great two-way player. Like, he definitely deserves to be up there. Jamal Murray, we know what he is. Denny, I think for me, my other guy, Denny Advija, bro.
Denny, man.
Bro, Denny last year emerged for me so well when he went to Portland. I think Washington would have had their number 1 option if he would have stayed there. If they would have just kept him there.
Where they were like, we traded him because he didn't fit our timeline. Bro's 25. What do you mean?
Yeah, he didn't fit the timeline, bro.
Just because you draft all 18-year-olds doesn't mean like he doesn't fit your timeline. 25 is young.
That's so dumb. Like, I just think that they got off of him way too early, and he's a great addition for the Portland Trail Blazers. They got so much potential in the next couple of seasons for sure. Kevin Durant deserves it. I don't really have any corals there, but in those last 3 spots, who are you putting? For me, you're putting Coop already?
Bro, he's been Coop over Jimmy Butler. Well, because he's hurt. That'd be my first one, honestly. He's been going crazy. I love Coop. All right, go with yours.
Well, you know where I'm going to go with this. It's Stephon Castle. I think Stephon Castle definitely deserves it, bro. 18 a game. He's 6th in the NBA in assists. And he's going to be first team all defense this year. He's guarding the best player on opposing teams at all time.
Down, bro.
And Sengun, 1 through 4, he's guarding, bro. And he's getting the best matchup game in and game out against the team's best ball handler every single game. Like, he's answering the bell every single time and giving people problems. He deserves to be an all-star this year. And you can make the case for De'Aaron Fox as well. But I do think that as far as like an anchor on defense and playing and what he has done offensively, especially with his passing, Stephon Castle deserves to be an all-star this year. In year 2, coming off Rookie of the Year. And I do think that's going to show so much of his potential. And I do think there is a case as well for De'Aaron Fox. I do think De'Aaron Fox, the way that he's been playing as well, especially scoring the basketball and being there in the clutch for the San Antonio Spurs, he deserves to be there as well.
Yeah, I love me some De'Aaron Fox, but probably, maybe Rudy Gobert. He's been playing really. He's like
He's at the
really
top of this
good.
list right now.
Yeah, bro,
Apologies
he's been playing really good, bro. Let me see. Julius Randle also. He's been playing really good. He's played really good alongside and just been able to
Let me look at the
display
standings
his
to see who I
game.
could think of.
Yeah, I'd say,
Mm,
bro, I'm gonna have to say
Dylan
Coop,
Brooks.
bro. Bro, Dylan Brooks has been playing so
Is
good.
Dylan Brooks an all-star this year?
No, I'd take Coop over him, bro. Like
Okay,
Cooper
yeah,
has been playing
I
so
agree.
good.
But
It's
I just think the
crazy.
standings hurts him. Like this,
Yeah.
like being 19 and
Well,
29 hurts him a
they
little
put
bit.
freaking Pascal Siakam in there,
Yeah, you're right.
and
You're
he's
right.
at
They're
the
last
bottom.
in the entire NBA.
Yeah,
So
so like, I don't know, but I'd probably mine would probably be like Coop.
maybe
Mm,
Amon. Do you think Amon gets in there?
I feel like yeah because of the standings.
Is Sengun in there? It was
Yeah,
Sengun
Sengun
one of
is in
their.
there, but he's hurt. Remember?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Possibly. I think that's the list. I think Stephon
Austin
Castle.
Reeves, if he was healthy, I'd put him
Yeah,
up
if he
there.
was healthy. If he was healthy. Okay, I think Stephon Castle deserves to be in there. I
Okay.
think so you're gonna go with Coop. I think Coop does deserve as well. He's been balling.
Salute the
Um
flag.
who else did we say? De'Aaron Fox. Do you think De'Aaron Fox should be an all-star?
Um,
I'm not mad if he's not.
no.
I'm not mad if he's not,
To be honest,
honestly.
I think Steph deserves it more than him. Just
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree.
based off like, he's also played more. I don't know if that. Well, no, he meets a requirement to make it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's on the
Um
edge. Like he can, but I'm leaning on side to no.
yeah, I can't really look at anyone else, honestly. Maybe I don't know if they want to get. Nah, I'm not gonna really go there. Yeah, I really don't know who else I would throw in there. Maybe James Harden. What he's
Yeah,
been
I was gonna
doing,
say that
handling
James
the
Harden.
rock. Yeah,
No, Ja
yeah.
hasn't
And
been
then I
playing
can't
good
really,
enough.
I can't really think of another big man that I would throw in there. To be honest with
Triple
you,
J
that would take.
maybe, but he's been
I
playing all
don't.
right. I don't like Triple J.
Yeah,
dude
no. Let's
averages
not.
like
Let's not go there.
um. Shout out Triple
Yeah,
J.
that's it for
Sorry
me.
that.
Maybe LeBron, just off respect.
Yeah,
Like
LeBron.
that's.
I was gonna say that, but I don't.
Yeah.
I
So,
don't know if
but
they'll
I
put
don't
him
think
in
he
there.
even meets. Like, yeah, I don't think he will this year. To be honest, crazy. He won't be an all-star.
Keontae
Yeah.
George.
So I.
Keontae George.
No, yeah, you're right. The dog, Keontae. But I think Lowry would probably get in over him.
Yeah, they both been playing really good, but the emergence of Keontae George is crazy.
Yeah, pure hoops. Yeah, so for us, where are we gonna go with? So for the West, the three guys that we're gonna throw in there:
We'll
Stephon
put in
Castle,
Steph,
Cooper Flag,
Coop, and
and who's our last final one that we're gonna agree on right here?
go back to the thing. Um,
For the apologies
who's
one,
hurt again? It's Sengun,
where was it at?
D-Book, and
Oh,
I'd
so these
probably
are the
go.
guys that they have right here.
Trey Murphy's been playing really good. If Austin Reeves meets it, I'd put him, but I don't know if he.
Yeah, I'd probably throw in Amon, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd put in
Yeah.
Amon Thompson in that last spot.
Okay, we could do
Three
that.
guys. Yeah, I think Amon Thompson for me would be the guy that I would go with.
Yeah, it's not like he's been playing bad. Like he's been
Yeah,
playing really good.
I mean, he's gonna be first team all defense as well. So
Yeah, bro, that dude's insane.
yeah, so
His brother's underrated, to be honest.
yeah, so we're gonna go Steph, Amon,
And Coop.
and Coop. I think those are good. That's a good three. I like that three. That we're gonna three young guys in this NBA. They're gonna get into the All-Star game for us. Yeah. So what else can we talk about today? What else should we talk about? I really don't know. Anything juicy you want to talk about?
Who are your top guys to like, or who are players you would like to see get traded? Mine
Players
would
I would like to
probably
see get
be-
traded.
I would say, It's like probably the whole Pelicans team, bro. Like Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, like Sadiq
Zion.
Bey.
Oh,
Zion,
Sadiq Bey is
Sadiq
very
Bey, but
underrated.
like he's playing really good right now. He has a really good
Hmm.
shot. But my top one would probably be Trey Murphy. Like obviously we all want Giannis. It's
Yeah,
like a
I
chalk
think,
answer.
dude. Yeah, chalk answer. Chalk like put it in marker. Definitely Zion to like a top team. You know, I would like to see him go to LA. Like maybe LA goes and looks
Bro,
for like
Zion
not the
is
Lakers,
top
the
15 when
Clippers.
he's
I mean the
healthy,
Clippers.
bro.
LA Clippers. Like I
Hot
do
take.
think the LA Clippers could make a good move for him and really like maybe establish like a good outlook on their future. But I like Trey Murphy. I think Trey Murphy, if he gets added, he's a guy that can fit into any system anywhere he goes and
Dude, I
play great
love Trey
basketball.
Murphy, man.
And he can maybe put a team over the top to be a championship contender.
To be
Like
honest, OKC, I like to see him on OKC, bro.
yeah,
With
I
his
would like to
shooting
see
and
him.
then his defense.
I would like to see him on the Spurs as well. Like I just don't think that giving up Kelly Olynyk, Jeremy Sohan, I don't want to see Keldon Johnson or Devin Vassell go. Like I do think I want to see them make a run with this team. So
Yeah.
for me, I just don't want to give the assets for him because I know they're gonna want draft picks, contracts that match, and that's gonna suck because they're gonna let go of some guy that I don't want them to let go of. Um, Maybe Houston, they just still be in the same problem they're in right now. Minnesota, no,
No, it
maybe
makes sense, but
Minnesota.
then they'd have to either give up Nas or McDaniels, and I don't think they want to do that.
Yeah, true. I feel like Oklahoma City could make a real push for him. Um, maybe maybe if Phoenix wants to get off of Jalen Green early.
Yeah, he's been injured.
Um, Portland, I don't think they blow up anything for him.
Yeah, I don't think Portland would do that.
I don't think Detroit makes a real move. Maybe New York makes a low key move for him, like
Yeah,
maybe
I was
gets
gonna
off of
say that,
Mikal
but then
Bridges.
oh yeah, I was gonna say they just have add another wing, but they would get
Hmm.
off one of them. Um,
Boston, I think they're gonna hold out. Like I
yeah,
think Boston
Boston is
holds
holding
out
out.
for
I
a
feel
real
like
move.
if I'm Boston, I feel so
They're
good about.
satisfied. They're
Yeah,
satisfied. Cleveland can't make a real move.
yeah,
I just think they're gonna. I think the price for Trey Murphy's too high for a lot of teams. Like
it is
I
very
do
high.
think.
Like that's such a coveted like archetype. Like he's a
Mhm.
elite 3 and D player.
Dude, a
Pe-
low key guy that I want to see get moved is Bobby Portis.
yeah,
I think Bobby
that's a
Portis could
good
be a
one.
good addition to a lot of teams.
I see stuff about like him going to the Lakers, which I think would be good. Or,
Yeah,
like
they need big man help bad, hella bad.
Jackson Hayes, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah. Maybe the Magic could make a move
I was
for
just about to say
somebody.
that. I don't know. Who do you think though? Like they
Shoot.
need to
I
figure
feel
out this
like
dynamic
let's look up.
between
Let's see if they have
Franz,
like something
Paulo.
top NBA trade
I was
targets. Let's
so
see what
wrong
pops up.
about the Paulo over Cade thing. You remember that?
I think Franz is better than Paulo, bro.
Yeah, I agree,
I said
bro.
that and someone thought I was crazy, Fonzo.
Like
But I
the Magic are at the beginning of the season when Paulo was out, they were literally like a better team without Paulo than they were
I think
like
Trey Jones
with.
should be a good trade target for
Trey
PT
Jones
too.
is good, like that low key
Teams
guard
that
who's
need it.
yeah.
I think we're gonna move Jeremy Sohan for sure. Like I don't know
For
who we're gonna
what
move
though?
him
Like a
for,
pick?
dude. I don't know.
You
Like
think
I
he's
think
worth
it
the
could be
first?
no, not at this point. Maybe a late first. Maybe a late first to a team. I hope we could get a first. Herb Jones would be good too to go to a
Yeah, I
lot of teams.
really
At
like Herb
3 and D,
Jones.
3 and D would be kind of good. Um,
Like talk about
Peyton
freaking a
Watson is not getting
lockdown.
moved.
Yeah,
Take
Peyton
that out of
Watson's
here.
not getting down. He's staying there, bro. Sam, what's his name? Sam Adelman? No, that's his dad. I think it's
Uh,
Rick Adelman. He's such a good coach. Nope, Rick is his dad.
I
Sam
mean, obviously
Adelman.
Giannis. I mean, we already talked about that earlier. Michael Porter Jr. could still be on the move.
No,
I
yeah,
feel
I
like.
do think he's gonna be on the move. I just don't know to who. Like maybe the
Mhm.
Warriors, but like I don't know.
People
They
are
need to
saying
give
bitches
Steph some
Zubac. Like
help.
he is. They're not moving him no
They're
more.
not
Like
moving
at all.
Zubac, bro. After what
He's
he's
their
done for
best
them.
young player. The Lakers should have kept Zubac.
Imagine.
I don't know if he would have developed the same, to be honest.
Maybe not. You think AD gets moved?
No, I think they sit. But I don't know who they would move him for. I think a lot of teams may be out on the AD sweepstakes right now.
It's so
I can't-
sad, bro.
They're
Like
not
I
giving me
think
a
he'd
consistent
be
list.
so good if he wasn't so injury prone. Like he already
I
did.
I've
He
been
made
seeing
top
Demontis
75.
Sabonis as a guy
Yeah,
that could get moved.
that makes sense. He's a really good player. Do you think Ja gets moved?
No, who's gonna take on Ja, bro? Like I
I
don't think
don't know.
anyone
So,
wants Ja on their team.
the Timberwolves. I don't think Timberwolves would care. They have Anthony Edwards.
Maybe this is a guy that they can kind of like just. They're probably just gonna sit on until the contract's over.
That makes sense.
Rob Dillingham.
I don't even know, but they don't
I
even give
just.
him minutes.
Yeah, I don't think so, bro.
Like, what would you get for him? Like a second? Would they even give up a second for him?
Let's see. I'm trying to see. Detroit's not gonna trade nobody. I think.
Nick Claxton?
Kaminga for the Warriors. I mean, but I don't know.
Bro,
They
it
kind
makes
of
me
they
so
kind of just
mad.
they've destroyed his trade
Makes-
value. To be honest.
Bro, they're destroying his career. Like, I feel so bad for the guy. Like, he came into the league like, what was it, 5 years ago? Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I think he was 18. He's 23 now. And they're just,
Yeah,
Steve
just
Kerr's
wasting his
low-key
career
pissing
away.
me off, bro. Just getting him DMPs because he doesn't like him. Like, this is worse than the Kevin Stefanski Shador thing. Like, this is bad. I feel so bad for Jonathan Kuminga. He needs to go to a spot where, because I do.
He's appreciated.
Yeah, bro. I feel like if they're able to like let him ride, like rock out. I think maybe like a Zion Light.
And I think the Pelicans just have really all the trade assets.
They do.
I
Bro.
don't
They
really
have
see
a
anyone
lot.
else. Yeah, I don't really see anyone. They have a lot of guys that a lot of teams could need in specific roles.
I've been seeing like Rui and Dalton Connect, like getting moved.
Yeah, I've been seeing Connect, but I think a lot of teams are out on Connect right now. I just feel like his offensive game has not translated, and he's a cone on defense. So I don't really
Daniel
see that
Gafford.
happening. Ooh, Gafford's a good one, but Lively's hurt. Like, do you think they move on? And especially if they're looking to trade AD?
Probably not no more. Maybe Moses Moody. I like Moses.
Where do you think
Moody.
Lively's at? Do you think he's still in the future plans for the Dallas Mavericks right now?
I don't know, bro. I think he's so good, but like,
I think
He's
without
so
a point guard, he's
injury
kind of
prone.
obsolete.
yeah, true. Like he really shined when he was with Luca. Like I think he was like the NBA ranked him like top 50. Like when he was with Luca. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I can't really think of another guy that would get traded.
Me either,
That would
bro.
mean something at least.
Oh, Benedict Mathurin.
Oh, I like that one. I feel like they could really get some assets.
Also,
for Benedict Mathurin.
I've been seeing
Especially as a
like,
bench scorer for some teams. I think he's a
I-
pure bench six man.
Have you
He
been
might
seeing
get that
stuff?
Malik Monk treatment.
Have you been seeing stuff about Najee Marshall? I've been seeing a lot of stuff about Najee
Yeah, I
Marshall.
have.
He's really been playing himself into like a.
I'm
And I
not gonna
think
lie,
he
my Najee Marshall knowledge isn't up there, to be honest with you.
I like Najee Marshall. I feel like he's played himself into being like a top trade candidate, and if they're able to get back maybe like 2 firsts for him, he's been playing that good. He's been playing like lights out. So whatever you can get for Najee Marshall, I think I'd take that.
Yeah, for sure. Sheesh. Let me think.
Terrence Shannon Jr. Tech legend, bro.
Terrence Shannon Jr. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out Texas Tech, by the way. Shout out Christian Anderson. Shout out
JT
JT Toppin.
Toppin, bro.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's
best
gonna be
player.
like one of the most anticipated matchups, like of like college basketball, maybe ever. AJ DeBonsta. You want to talk a little bit about the rookies or something?
For next year? Yes.
Yeah.
Who's number one for you right now? I think Cameron Booz has kind of worked his way out of being like that top 2 guy. Like I think it's definitely what's his name from Kansas? I just forgot.
Darren Peterson. That's my number
Darren
one.
Peterson and AJ DeBonsta are 1 and 2 right now. I do think the biggest knock on Boozer right now is the lack of athleticism. I think the lack of speed and
Yeah,
athleticism.
yeah, that makes sense.
He's kind of slow.
I feel like
And he's
that's
kind of he's
that's
more
my
like a
thing, too.
compact big man.
yeah, he is compact, but also like just the way he's able to like score and be able to like he's a really good passer. He's an underrated
Yeah,
passer.
for sure.
I just think just these top 2 are just so good to me. Like even before like people start saying this, I had DeBonsta too. Like we had talked about it. I'd take Darren Peterson 1, and I'm really hoping that it's the Pacers that get the number 1 pick. So they compare Darren Peterson up with Tyrese Halliburton because that's what like scoring guards need. They need that one guy who's like able to dish it out. Like look at CP3 and James Harden.
Yeah.
Like just being able to have that guy who's just right by your side. It's just like it's awesome. Who was it? Jerry West and Magic? No, am I getting stuff mixed up? No,
For what? I'm
like
sorry, I
just
went blank.
a really good passing guard and a really good scorer. I don't know.
Hmm.
That was bad. That's on
Maybe,
me, guys.
may, maybe Caleb Wilson works his way up to that top 3 spot as well.
I think he's 4. I still think Cam Boozer goes 3.
He's clear 4. No, I think he still goes 3 as well. I just still feel like when the athletic profile comes through, it's going to be a kind of a problem for a lot of teams.
No, and I love Caleb Wilson. He's a really good player. I just think this whole draft class, like I was watching the Tech and the Houston game.
Christian
Kingston,
Anderson, do you think he
yeah,
comes out after this season or he stays another year?
I think he
He's kind of
does.
balling right now. He
I
stays
think he
another year
does.
or
No,
comes
I
out?
think he comes out. Him and Toppin are projected to get drafted. Like Christian Anderson later
I feel
in
like
like the
Toppin's
early
getting a
second.
fall.
I think so too. I
It's,
love
who's that
Toppin.
Broom? Christian Broom. I think he's gonna get that Christian Broom treatment. Brom, whatever his name is, from that played for Auburn. You know what I'm talking about last year?
Oh, Janai Broom.
Yeah, Janai Broom. Him. I went blank. I do think he's gonna get that type of treatment because like I do think their lack of ability to shoot the basketball is gonna be a problem.
And my problem with, I love Jake Toppin, don't get me wrong, but like my problem with him is like, you know what he's gonna do. Like I don't know how they don't stop. All he does is he gets to the right shoulder and hits the left hook. That's all he does. Like I love JT Toppin, don't get me wrong, but that's like a sign of like that's kind of a weakness in my opinion. But I like go to Tankathon and I always look at like where he'll get drafted. I always see him getting drafted to like the Pistons, and I feel like that'd be good in my opinion.
I think right now like Christian Anderson, like for me, this is gonna sound like a bad comp in hindsight, but like coming out of the draft, I do think he shows a lot of like what Malachi Branham brought to the out of college. Like Malachi Branham
Hmm.
was like a pure 20-point per game scorer in college and like five or six assists per game, and that's almost exactly what Christian Anderson is
Christian
doing
Anderson is
right now.
balling out,
Yeah,
dude. I feel
but
like
I
he's
do think he's better.
underrated.
I do think he's a little bit better, especially at creating his own shot. So, he could go a little bit high. I do think he's going to work himself up towards the when the draft starts getting a little bit more
I hope
closer.
so, dude. I really want him to, but I feel like um
I do think he's
after
going to be a more sought after prospect than JT Toppin by
I think
far.
so too. I think so too. After those top 4, I think my next one is either Mikael Brown Jr. from Louisville or Kingston Flemings. Just Kingston Fleming, he just kind of lacks size, but his
From
ability
Houston,
to score, dude, yeah, his ability to score is
he's like a Trey
insane.
Johnson, like another
Yeah,
Trey Johnson,
bro.
to be
Like
honest.
he went crazy against Tech, bro.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, he
then
did.
Mikael Brown Jr., bro, just
But who won that
um
game? But who won that game?
Tech
Texas
won,
Tech.
baby.
Tech won that game.
Mikael Brown Jr. just his ability to be able to facilitate and he probably needs to develop his shot a little more, but I
What
think
about
he's really
what
good.
about that boy Koa Pete? What do you think about Koa Pete?
I like Koa Pete a lot, but I think he just um
He's been
uh,
rising a couple spots a little bit. Like he was, I
that
think he was
Arizona
mocked
team's
like
really
right
good.
outside the lottery. Where's KJ Lewis going? By the way, just kidding.
He's
Sh-
been playing good at Georgetown, bro. He
He
had a game
has.
winner the other day,
He
I
should have
think.
came out his freshman year. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie.
Nate Ament, you like Nate Ament? He's a really like
I hmm
lanky.
I'm not sure. I don't know much about him from Tennessee.
Shaden
So is
Quaintance is also a big guy
is, is
from
Paige's
Kentucky.
son not gonna come out this year?
I don't know. I don't know, but Paige is Andrej Stojakovic, that dude's a dog. I know
Hmm.
Yaxel Lindenberg, he's projected like
Yeah, I've
lottery-ish.
heard him. He
He's
he
just an
he
older
looks kind of
prospect.
alright.
He's 23, but he's really good. His
I do think
ability,
that in the
go ahead.
new modern like NCAA, like I do think a lot of these older basketball players that are a lot more developed are going to be sought after quite a bit. Like I do think that teams that are wanting to win now are going to look at those guys to really add depth to their
Kind of like
team.
Cedric Coward
Yeah, Cedric
or like
Howard's balling, but
Rasheer
he
Fleming.
got hurt, but he was balling pretty good.
I think my favorite guard out of this whole draft is probably Darius Acuff from
Hmm.
Arkansas, especially
Yeah,
being with Coach Cal. Like, dude,
dude, I feel
Arkansas is
like.
gonna be the next like how Kentucky was. It's just gonna be
Mhm.
Arkansas now, just being able to produce these guards because of
And what
um.
about that dude? He went off for Creighton last year. He was like their pure scorer, point guard. He went with his coach to was it Creighton? Dude, what was his name,
He
bro?
followed his coach.
Yeah, he followed his coach. You know who I'm talking about? Imagine I just
Mm-mm.
went blank.
from
It's gonna.
Creighton?
Yeah.
Mm,
Or was it just Ryan Kalkbrenner?
oh no, I'm trying to think. I think this um KJ Lewis is the number 46 player on here. But I
Yeah,
think
no, I'm thinking of the wrong guy. I think.
this class is gonna be one of the like most sought after classes. I think it's gonna go down as one of debatably like this class is really deep. They have at 25 Keaton Wagler. This dude is such a good he's 6'6" at guard.
Mm-hmm.
He dropped I think it was like 46 against Purdue or something. Like just his shot making, he was pulling up from three, sidestep threes. This dude was going crazy. Just being able to have this size and be able to do what you want as a scorer is really valuable in the NBA. And I think with his size, it's going to be a little bit. Not saying he's going to be like the best defensive player, but at that size, it's easier to be able to teach that. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can pull up this. Look at last year's bracket, just see if he pops up in my brain.
And the Baylor guards are pretty good. Cameron Carr and Tonde Yesufu. Tonde Yesufu, he's like I saw videos of him last year and he was like wearing number 5 and he had the like armband on. The dude looked like exactly like Ant. And I think that's like kind of like his trajectory is probably like
Dude, he was supposed to
smaller-
go a lot higher.
yeah, like a smaller or not smaller. Like he's the same size as Ant. He's 6'5". But like just that wing 3 and D defender that people love in the new NBA because if you have a 3 and D wing defender, that's probably my favorite like archetype.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. And one dude I really like also, Isaiah Evans from Duke. He's like that dude's a shooter, bro. He's
Mm-hmm.
like just being it. No, I wouldn't say he's a Trey Johnson, but just his ability to shoot and get open, shoot off the dribble, shoot off the catch. It doesn't matter. And he's also a 6'6" guard. It's highly coveted in this league. But yeah, Bennett Sturts, is that who you're talking about?
Bennett Sturts, yes, bro.
Bennett Sturts is a dog. He's ranked 19 on this one that I'm looking at.
Yeah,
He's,
that's exactly who I was thinking about. He left.
Yeah,
with his
he's at
coach to
Iowa now.
Yeah.
yeah, he's averaging 17 and a half, two and a half rebounds, and
That
about
guy can
5
score the
assists.
basketball.
Yeah, he can score the basketball. I like Bennett Sturts. He went crazy in the
In March Madness last year.
yeah. LeBaron Philon is a good Hans Steinbeck. I've been hearing his name a lot. He's like a bigger center. He
That's
sounds
exactly who I was looking for. Bennett Sturts. I can sleep well tonight knowing that I know Bennett Sturts' name again.
But yeah, this
Yeah, I
draft
I
class
really
is
like
looking
him.
to be like one of like
What about the Purdue basketball guys? You think any of them are gonna get drafted?
Kaufman
after
Ray.
this?
No, I feel like they'll be like later. Like Braden Smith, he's just too small, but he's like one of the best passers in college history. Like he's gonna
Mhm.
break the record.
Yeah, I think Braden Smith is one of those guys that's gonna be one of those names in college. Like, oh yeah, he was one of the best college basketball players of all time, and then like he's not gonna do anything in NBA. You don't think Kaufman Ron like is like Ren would be like a second round pick? I feel like he could go in the second
Yeah, I
round.
feel like second round, but
He gives me
I don't
JT
know.
Toppin vibes though with the
I was gonna
lack
say
of
that.
shooting.
Literally, bro. We think the same. Yeah, I was gonna say like the same. He gives me that type of vibe where it's just like
They're gonna
I don't
fall
know.
because they can't shoot.
Yeah. Tahad Pettiford has dropped a lot. I think he should have came out last year to be honest.
Mhm.
Darian Williams dropped or Darian Williams
Dude,
just
Keontae
older.
George just got hurt. He just rolled his ankle.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, he got taken out the game. He's not on right now. Crazy.
That Arizona
um,
team is crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all for this pod. Like, I don't really. You got anything else? I feel like we're all basketballed out right now. Like,
I don't really know, bro. Just
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
got nothing right now. Alrighty. Well, thank y'all for listening to this episode of the So-Called Sports Analyst. It was really fun. We talked a lot of good ball today. And yeah, shout out Bennett Sturts, just good shout out on the pod. Stephon Castle deserves to make the All-Star game, so let's make that happen. Let's raid the social medias for that. All Spurs fans rise up. Yeah, so we'll catch y'all